Hey everyone, Chang here and welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Bare Minimum Algebra series. Now, let's talk about terms, expressions, and equations. So even though this series is mainly meant step-by-step, granular, what to do in specific cases to solve problems, no real theory behind it, we do need certain clarifications in terms of vocabulary. The first one is terms. Terms is fairly simple. Any combination of variables, which are letters, and numbers are terms. So terms could be any number, 5, 7, 8, 1,000. I probably shouldn't put a comma there, but just to let you know, 1,000, right? These are terms. Variables, same thing, A, B, C, X, Y, Z are also terms, and any combination of them, so for example 5A, 7C, 8Z are also terms. Now, there are more sophisticated ones where you add exponents in front or of the numbers or in front of the variables, right? Those are terms as well. Each and every combinations of either just numbers, either just variables, or numbers and variables together are just terms. The second thing is expressions. Now, this is where it gets a little murky. Expressions can be terms as well. The idea of an expression is fairly simple. Think of a regular sentence in whatever language you're speaking of. Expressions are basically sentences in math. So combination of terms with the possibility of them being separated by an addition or a subtraction sign. So for example, 5 is a term, also an expression, right? 6L is a term, also an expression. However, 5 plus 6L is not a term. This whole thing is just an expression, a math sentence. So that's what expressions are. Any combination of term that could possibly be separated by addition or subtraction sign. So let's just give another example. Let's just say 7a minus 3. That is another expression. All right, so the third thing we're going to talk about today are equations. Equations are fairly simple. They're basically a combination of two or more expressions separated by an equal sign. So the best way to remember it is equation equal. That's it, right? So any form of expression and you put an equal sign in between it, all of a sudden it's an equation. 5L plus 6 is an expression equal 7. All of a sudden, because of this equal sign, it is an equation. Now, here's the key. Terms, you really can't do anything with. Expression, maybe you can combine like terms, simplify things. That's all you can do. Equations is the key. If they're asking you to solve something, it has to be some form of an equation, or eventually we'll talk about inequalities, right? But mainly, equations are the only thing that you can actually solve. Everything else, you can mess with it, you can combine it, but you really can't do much. So make sure you know the difference between terms, expressions, and equations. All right, so that's it for our first video in our Bare Minimum Algebra series. Now, this is slightly different because we needed to go through at least basic definitions. We went over terms, which is just individual parts, combinations of numbers and letters, variables, right? Then we went over expressions. Once again, could be terms, could be any combination of terms separated by addition and subtraction. And lastly, we went over equation. The best thing to remember is that anything with an equal sign is most likely an equation. Plain and simple. So there we have it. This is our first video of the Bare Minimum Algebra series, trying to strip all the fancy fluff, all the theories, and that give you guys a step-by-step, very granular and very easy to follow, I guess you could say, procedure to solve any problems in relation to algebra. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.